Hey everyone, you're doing this in the bunker and you don't even know it. I'm going to share with you a common swing fault I see in the bunker, and of course I'm going to give you a few ways to fix it. So smash that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, and are you enjoying the content on my YouTube channel? Well, consider becoming a member or joining my YouTube channel. Go to the description below, click on the link, you'll find more details about that. Also, for 2024, I'm taking a limited amount of students to do some remote coaching with me through the Coach Now app. Again, go to the description below, click on the link, you'll find more information. Last but certainly not least, consider becoming a member of our Facebook group. It's called Golf Lessons for Left-Handed Golfers. You don't have to be a left-handed golfer to join. It's just another platform you can interact with me, interact with our community. So we need to start this video off with a drum roll for the big reveal. What is it that you're doing in the bunker and you don't even know it? What's that swing fault that I see all the time in the bunker? Is you're hitting behind the golf ball. Now, why can't people pick up on this? Why do you not identify that I'm hitting behind the golf ball all the time? And the reason is you see two different outcomes, but I'm going to explain to you how those two different outcomes come from the same place. So let's talk about the mishits that we see. And we'll jump in the bunker and I'm going to show you some fixes in a little bit. But one of the misses is you hit the sand and the ball goes 2 or 3 feet in front of you. Clearly you hit too far behind it. You took too much sand. But the other miss is the one that gets rocketed into the trees on the other side of the green, or into the water, or another bunker on the other side of the green. And this is the one that people don't understand, and they think it comes from something completely opposite or foreign, but I'm here to tell you that it's the same swing fault. So we described the first one, the one that goes 2 or 3 feet in front of me. I hit way behind it. I take way too much sand. It barely moves the golf ball. It's 2 or 3 feet in front of me. Well, the other one, same swing fault, I'm hitting too far behind, but the club actually bounces and skips into the golf ball and sends it flying over the green, into the trees, into the water, into the bunker on the other side. So the next thing I want to do, I want to jump into the bunker, and I'm going to give you a few things that you can do that'll help you contact the sand. Most important variable in the sand, where do I hit the sand relative to the golf ball? We're going to work on that. We're going to give you a few ways that you can start to control the bottom of your golf swing in the bunker and see the best bunker shots you've ever seen. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, I know it's a penalty when you're out on the golf course playing golf, we can't touch the sand, but when we're practicing, we can touch the sand as much as we want. And I see a lot of people when they're practicing, they're really careful not to touch the sand, but I think it's important that we learn what it feels like when the club interacts with the sand properly. A lot of people don't know what that feels like. So I am a huge proponent of, when you're in the practice bunker, making practice swings, hitting the sand, learning to contact it in the right spot, learning to control the bottom of your golf swing. So here's what I want you to do, that next time that you're in the bunker and you're practicing, you're going to grab a ball, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little line to the outside of the ball. And the reason that I'm going to do that is after I hit the ball, I'm going to be able to see where I contacted the sand relative to the golf ball. And I'm telling you what you're already going to see. You hit way further behind the golf ball than you realize. And like I said, sometimes you dig and the ball plops right here. Sometimes you hit the sand and skip into it, and I'm in the trees on the other side of the green. So all you do is grab a ball, and we're just proving it to ourselves. We're measuring. So I'm going to put a line in the sand, about 6 inches long, just the outside of the golf ball, because I don't want to erase it when I hit the ball. Give yourself a good lie here and go ahead and hit a bunker shot. And I can see that I tried to hit really far behind that, but I actually hit a good bunker shot. But you'll be able to measure, and you'll be able to see that, hey, I'm hitting way too far behind it. So what am I going to do? How am I going to fix this? So the first drill I want to give you is, now I just kind of step back here, and I'm going to put a nice long line in the bunker, 6, 8, 10 feet long. And what I'm going to work on is hitting that like I see here, I hit 2 to 3 inches behind the line. I hit a really good bunker shot. So that tells me the DNA of my golf swing, I need to hit 2 to 3 inches behind the golf ball. So this line I just drew in the sand is my golf ball, and I'm just going to make practice swings. Again, I'm in a practice bunker. I'm not out on the golf course. And I'm going to work on just hitting 2 or 3 inches behind the golf ball. And I'm going to get really good at that. And after I feel like I'm better at that, I'm going to come in here again and I'm going to test myself again. I'm going to put a nice little line to the outside of the ball. And I'm going to hit another bunker shot. I'm going to see where I make contact with the sand. You might have heard I caught a little bit of ball. I was talking a little too much, but I hit a little too close to the golf ball. I didn't hit my 2 to 3 inches behind. I probably hit an inch behind. Some holes I might get away with it. Unfortunately here I didn't. But that's the first way. Once you get in the bunker and you prove to yourself that I'm hitting way too far behind, that's the first fix you're going to use. All right, so you work on that first tip and you find out that you're still hitting behind the golf ball, just didn't quite fix it. What's another thing that we can do to not hit behind and see those two different misses in the bunker? So the next thing that's really important is weight transfer. I've got to get my weight. I see all the time in the bunker, and this is why they hit behind it, is people will stay on their back foot or they'll actually do a reverse weight shift because they're trying to lift it. The ball's not getting into the air for them out of the bunker, so they're going to start trying to lift it. If you're one of those two, then the weight transfer is going to be really important. So how do I transfer my weight? I think the easiest way to do it in the bunker is just think about splashing some sand up onto the green. So if I stay aggressive and I splash some sand up onto the green, you can see, just like I do over there when I'm hitting a 7-iron or a driver, I'm ending up on that trail toe. And I'm getting my belt buckle, I'm getting my hips to the target. I see all the time in the bunker, people make this beautiful backswing and they stop. And I get it because they've seen the ball go way too far, but that's where hitting that 2 to 3 inches behind is so important, is you got to take the risk of hitting it too far. So I've got to create some energy to splash the sand or some energy in the bunker to hit a proper bunker shot. Just like I did in the last segment, if I hit too close or I hit the ball, of course it's going to go too far. So that's why we got to become really good at hitting that 2 to 3 inches behind. So I'm going to hit one here, and now we're going to focus a little bit more on the weight transfer. I'm going to make a practice swing, and I'm just going to throw some sand up onto the green, and then I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to do the same thing again. And I don't know if you could hear that on the video, but that was the sound that you're looking for in a bunker, and it was a really good bunker shot. Okay, so you tried those first two tips, but man, I'm still hitting behind it. I need something else. What's something else I can do to not hit so far behind it? Something I've had a lot of great success with my students, really simple, is I'm going to take the grip end of my club and I'm going to put a little dot right in front of the golf ball in the sand. Of course, we're not going to do this when we're playing, but when we're practicing we can, because there's no penalty to touch the sand when I'm in a practice bunker. And what that's going to do is that's going to draw my focus more in front of the golf ball. And my goal with this next bunker shot that I hit is I'm going to try and erase that little dot, that little spot that I put in the sand, that I put in the bunker. And if I'm able to do that, all things being equal, I should be able to hit closer to the golf ball. So really all I'm doing is I'm commonly our focus should be on a piece of sand behind the golf ball. I'm somebody, I can't do that. I hit too far behind it when I look behind the golf ball, so I'm going to work on looking in front of the golf ball. And hey, when I do that, I find that magical, 2 to 4 inches behind that makes bunker shots work. So let's give this one a try. So I have my dot in front, so I'm focusing a little bit more in front of the ball versus behind the ball. I know that classical bunker instruction, focus on something behind the ball. Well, hey, that doesn't work for me. I need to find something else. Or, I'm looking behind it, but I'm hitting way behind it and I need to change that. Well, let's try looking in front of it. And like I said, I've had a huge amount of success with students who hit very far behind the golf ball doing this. So, all right, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to get ready. I'm focusing on that dot. I'm just going to erase it. I'm going to remove it from in front of the golf ball. And again, a very good bunker shot, really helped me to control the bottom of my golf swing. I definitely didn't hit too far behind it. So now you know why you struggle out of the bunker so much. You hit way further behind it than you ever realized. And you also now are empowered with 3 fixes that will help you to become a better bunker player. So please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and comment.